What is up, guys? It is your boy NCS7 here. Welcome to another tier list video. So today I'm going to be doing a tier list on all of the Five Nights at Freddy's characters. Well, okay, not all of the characters, as I believe this list only has the characters from FNAF 1, 2, 3, 4, World, Sister Location, FNAF 6, Ultimate Custom Night, and I think that's it. I don't think it has characters from Help Wanted or Security Breach, so to the people that love those games, I'm sorry, but I don't make the rules. Because I've already got plenty of animatronics to go through, so let's just start this off. So, oh my lord, there are way too many of them. I guess I'll go from like game to game, I guess, but even trying to find all the animatronics for a single game is a little tricky. Okay, let's start. Where do you start with this many animatronics? I guess I'll knock out some characters I have nothing to say about. I guess we could put like all of the Phantom animatronics at the F tier, which I know is unfair. Like, I know it's unfair to put the Phantom animatronics, like, but it's like they're not that interesting. Let's be honest. I think that's all of them. If there's any others, I'll put them up. That still. The Phantom animatronics, I'd say, are probably the most forgettable animatronics in the entire series. Nobody loves the Phantom animatronics the most. Like, I can't imagine they win any polls for, like, favorite FNAF character. Phantom Mangle. I don't know. I mean, I guess that, like, conceptually they're kind of cool, but, like, I kind of wish they had unique designs and weren't... And I also feel like their lore is just... They're just illusions created by the ventilation system of Fazbear's Fright, so, like, they have no real significance, not to mention that they're just burnt versions of, like, the animatronics from the previous game, so, yeah, they really don't do too much. Let's see. I guess I'll knock out some of the more classic characters. Bonnie. Bonnie's one of my favorite animatronics. I think a lot of people think that, like, I think a lot of people agree with the fact that Bonnie from FNAF 1 is honestly kind of creepy. Though, to be honest, I don't find him creepy at all anymore, but I would definitely say that, like, when I first, like, saw Five Nights at Freddy's, like, I would definitely say that Bonnie did intimidate me. I think it's just the lack of eyebrows that really make it a little creepy, but honestly, I don't know. I don't really find him that scary anymore, though. Though I will say I was kind of scared of Chica, though, because I always thought that, like, when I first played the game, that Chica just looked so creepy with her mouth, and, like, the way her mouth was just hanging open just had a very creepy feeling to it. I don't know, it's really weird. I don't know. It's very creepy. I don't like it. Like, when she's standing in the dining area, or, like, during her jump scare, or something like that, or when she's at your door, like, it's just so weird. Or on, like, the screen that when you get, like, the slip of paper and stuff like that, like, I find it creepy. Honestly, more creepy than Bonnie, honestly, if I'm gonna be completely honest. Alright, I'm gonna have to go through this a lot more fast, so, Freddy Fazbear. He's fine. Actually, I'll put him at the same level as the others, because I think they, like, I'd say all the animatronics from FNAF 1, I'd say I quite like. I like Freddy Fazbear. I don't really like how he functions in the first game, where it's like you gotta remember how many times he laughs and whatnot. I've never been too fond of that, and no. If I ever am playing, like, the custom night or something like that in FNAF 1, I always put Freddy's AI at 0, because I don't like having him there. He's weird as hell. I don't like it. Then we got Foxy the Pirate, which also is going to get the A rank as well, because he's one of the originals. I'd say all the original animatronics, I would say, definitely are worthy of getting the A tier, because they all are so iconic. And, like, Foxy's no different. He's such an iconic character. Remember when people used to think that Foxy was a good guy? Yeah. Then where's Golden Freddie? I'll put him at B tier. Like I said before, that all the animatronics from FNAF 1 would be at A tier. Yeah, I lied about that. I don't know, the thing with Golden Freddy is that he's just a recolor of Freddy, so that's kind of my issue with it. I do like him in FNAF 2, which we'll get to eventually, but, like, Golden Freddy in the first game, he's a cool Easter egg and whatnot, but there's really not much else to it. He's called Yellow Bear for a reason, because he was literally just a yellow version of Freddy. So it's kind of meh. To be honest though, a lot of, like, while I put, like, all these characters quite high, their, like, variations over the years are probably going to be lower and lower and whatnot. But let's keep going down. And I guess let's go through the FNAF 2 animatronics. We'll start with Balloon Boy. He's not very scary and kind of just annoying, so I guess he's going to be there. I remember when nobody liked him. I still don't think most people like him, and JJ's also kind of just there too. I don't have much to say on her at all. Mangle. I like Mangle. I like Mangle's design more than, like, the other toy animatronics because Mangle has a lot more going on. Like, she looks different, and he also has, like, all these wires and stuff like that, like, which I think makes him a little bit more intimidating. She's good. The Marionette. I'll put it at B tier. I understand, like, the puppet or marionette, whatever, is, like, pretty lore important, but I just don't find it that interesting of a design. I'm kind of more so looking at this more so from design and also kind of the lore, but, like, I don't know. The puppet's kind of just, it's fine, but it's unique, though, I will say that, compared to, like, the cast of animal animatronics. It is kind of unique to see, like, more of a almost human puppet, though it's not really much of a human at all. Where's the toy animatronics? Oh, they're all the way down here. Toy Bonnie. Let's see. I'll put him at B tier. I'd say I like him about as much as, like, Toy Chica, which I'll also put at the B tier. I'd say I like them about as much as each other, just because they're kind of similar, but I think both of them are good. I kind of like Toy Bonnie, where it's like, he has a unique function where it's like, he's in the vents, but then he also, like, keeps the mask down when he, like, moves through the room. And I think Toy Chica was originally meant to have that too, so there's that. Toy Freddy. I don't really care too much for Toy Freddy. I guess I'll put him at C tier. I don't have a dislike, because I would say that, like, D tier is for characters I really do not give two craps about. And the C tier is kind of more so for characters that are, like, they're whatever, but I don't have much to say about them. Toy Freddy's just kind of, I don't have much to say about him. Then the Withered animatronics. I definitely say Withered Chica's kind of scary. Definitely, like, I definitely say with the jaw being, like, broken, it's very, it is kind of creepy, I won't lie. Withered Bonnie, I kind of wish there was a little more going on with him, to be honest, because, I don't know, aside from, like, the fact that his face is gone, and, like, I think one of his arms is, like, gone, he doesn't really look that different from FNAF 1 Bonnie at all. So, yeah. Then we got Withered Freddy, which I have no real care of either, because Withered Freddy just does not interest me at all, because he's just like, it's like if Freddy was in Minecraft. I don't know. I don't care for it much. And Withered Foxy, I'd say is alright. I like Withered Foxy's design, because it definitely makes him look more, I guess you could say, badass. I don't know. I think it's like the hook looks a lot more scary, and I also think that, like, I think it just has a cooler, more badass design. And I kind of like that. Like, I kind of like when the designs aren't always, they don't have to be scary, but they can kind of have that cool look to them, while still having a kind of creepy feeling to them. Then Golden Freddy, I like the Golden Freddy in FNAF 2 a lot more than the one from the first game, because the Golden Freddy in FNAF 2 actually looks more like a unique character, which I quite enjoy. I don't know, I always kind of like the uniqueness. I don't like when they just look like a recolor. I like when they actually have, like, a unique design. And Golden Freddy, I think, looks really good in FNAF 2, so yeah. And then FNAF 3, we just got Springtrap, which is actually my favorite animatronic in the series, because Springtrap, I find like, not only is Springtrap one of the most interesting, like, characters, since it's, like, literally William Afton, the purple guy in there, which makes it even more, like, creepy in the sense that he's like literally literally has a serial killer inside this rotted spring Bonnie suit, but that it also just has such a cool design. We'll get to him later. But I really like Springtrap's design. I really like his significance in the story. It's such a cool design. And continuing off of cool designs, we got the Fnaf 4 animatronics, which I actually quite like a lot. So we'll start with Nightmare Freddy, which is actually one of my favorite animatronic designs. I remember specifically, like, if you all remember the very first teaser of Nightmare Freddy with all the Freddles hanging, where he's like holding the hat when it was like the FNAF 4 was called Five Nights at Freddy's 4, the final chapter. I love that picture, that teaser image so much. It's honestly one of my favorite pieces of like FNAF 4, because I'm gonna be honest, FNAF 4 is possibly is my least favorite FNAF game. I love the designs of the characters. It is so cool. I know some people thought that they were like really over the top, but I think they're really cool and badass looking. I really like how Nightmare Freddy kind of looks almost like Freddy Krueger a little bit. It does kind of stink that he doesn't look the exact same in the final version. I think Nightmare Freddy looks really cool and really awesome. Nightmare Foxy is also pretty good looking too. I really like that. I mean, yeah, like before he had like the snake tongue in the teaser image, but then they didn't have it in the final game, which is kind of fine. It didn't need to have it in there. I think Scott even said like in an interview that it was unnecessary and probably difficult to animate too, but I always like Nightmare Foxy's design. I don't think it looks quite as good as some of the maybe the normal original Foxy design, but I definitely would like it more than the Withered Foxy design. Nightmare Chica. I like Nightmare Chica quite a lot. I think I find her probably the most creepy out of the Nightmare animatronics because of the amount of rows of teeth she has. Oh my god! There's like 3 rows of teeth in there, of sharp teeth. It's so creepy. I love it for that. Nightmare Bonnie is okay. Nightmare Bonnie kind of like. The thing with Nightmare Bonnie is that he kind of just looks like, I don't know, I feel like they could have done more with his design. I feel like they could have done a little bit more with it, but yeah, I still think Nightmare Bonnie looks quite solid. Then we got Plushtrap, which, yeah, Plushtrap just isn't as scary to me. Honestly, I find Plushtrap kind of more adorable, even despite the fact that it's got all that sharp teeth, but even so, though, Plushtrap's still good look. Like, I like him, but like, I like his like mini game where it's like you have to stop him on the X, but like, I don't really find him like. I kind of like what the other animatronics look like in FNAF 4. And we got Nightmare Fredbear, which. Fine, I'll put him in A tier. I'm gonna be honest, a lot of animatronic designs I like just because Scott Cawthon knows how to make really good character designs, and I think Nightmare Fredbear is a really creepy character design. I really love the detail of like the stomach mouth, which kind of represents like I assume FNAF 4 takes place from like the crying child, and like the stomach mouth is like a representation of like how his sister got killed by a baby when she like opened up from the stomach to kill her, like just that kind of fear. And I also love like the blood on the top of the teeth because of the whole Bite of 87, Bite of 83 thing. I think it's Bite of 83, but still. I'm not even going to get into the lore because I dropped out a long time ago. And Nightmare, I'm going to put him a little lower. I know some people like Nightmare's design more than Nightmare Fredbear, but like, I just think Nightmare's design is kind of eh. I like the idea that it's like Nightmare Fredbear, but like a different version of it. And I also like like if you brighten up like a picture of him and like you can actually see that like his suit is actually see-through and that there's like a brain inside, which I think is kind of cool, but there's not really much significance to Nightmare. And I don't know. The fact that he's kind of just a recolor of Nightmare Fredbear, I don't know. I know people like him more than Nightmare Fredbear, but I just find the fact that he's more just a recolor to me. Then we got the DLC for FNAF 4. Let's see. Nightmare Mangle, I'd say also gets a B rank. I like Nightmare Mangle, but like I don't find it as scary. And that's gonna kind of go for like these two versions as well, Jacko Bonnie and Jacko Chica, which I just don't have too much to say about them. They're just recolors of Nightmare Bonnie and Chica, and they just don't. I don't know. I kind of like the fire inside of them, but they don't really do much for me at all. I don't know. Nightmare Balloon Boy, I'll give the B tier because Nightmare Balloon Boy is kind of creepy because it's the most intact, but it just has the creepiest rows of teeth. I don't know. And then Nightmare Rion, I'll put him at B tier as well. I do actually, I'll give him an A tier because I really like his design, honestly. He has one of the coolest designs. I feel like the puppets design kind of just has a look, like, kind of weird, but I love the, like, tall, lanky, body of the Nightmare Rion, and I also like the mask a little bit more. It's really creepy. I like the idea of it. It's really interesting and kind of creepy, honestly. I like that. I'm gonna be saying it's kind of creepy a lot in this video, I can tell. Then we got Old Man Consequences, which I don't really have much to say on him, so C tier for you. And as for the Endo, yeah. And for Candy Cadet, sure. I mean, the stories are kind of cool, but, like, I don't know. It's just kind of there. We got the sister location animatronics, which are a lot of them. Wow, I've still got so many to go through. Oh my god. But, let's just see. Oh my god, we're already at 16 minutes in this. This is gonna be a long tier list. You guys don't get these videos all the time, so, like, yeah, be proud. Let's go through the sister location animatronics. Funtime Foxy. I don't really have much to say. I like the voice lines that he got in Ultimate Custom Night, but I don't know, in Sister Location, he doesn't do much for me at all. I don't know, he's kind of just there, honestly. Same with Ballora. Like, at least Ballora has, like, a more interesting design, but Ballora has, like, no significance in the story. Like, I know there's, like, theories out there that, like William Afton had a wife and that, like, his wife is inside of Ballora or something like that. Like, I don't know. I kind of wish Ballora had more significance in the story. There's not much to her. Circus Baby, I like the kind of idea that she has, but I also feel like she's kind of, I'll put her at B tier because I feel like she has more character more significance than, like, the other Funtimes, but, like, I don't like the fact that you never really got to see her in Sister Location, and that, like, the only time you get to actually see her is on night 5 when she's just an empty husk of a suit and, like, nothing's in there, which I think is kind of disappointing, especially since she was, like, the face of the game. So yeah, that was kind of disappointing. Funtime Freddie, I like Funtime Freddie and the Bonnet plush, or is it Bonnet? No, Bon, because Bonnet's the pink version. I'd say I like them both about the same. I kind of like the idea of both of them. I don't really have much to say about the Bonnet plush, but I like Funtime Freddie. I really like the voice lines he has. He's just, I think Kellen Goff is really good as Funtime Freddie. I think it works really well. And he definitely has the most personality out of the Funtime animatronics. We'll get to Ennard in a second. Biddy Bob. Don't care for and don't like. Mini Arena, same thing. Night 4 is ridiculous in Sister Location. A little bit. I don't really have much. I don't care too much. I like that she was kind of like, she was in Fnaf World and then she got, like, into the Sister Location Custom Night, but I don't have much to say on her. Yendo, similar thing with, like, a little bit where it's like, he was in, like, though he was in the base game of Sister Location, but I don't really have much to say on him. The Electro Bob, I think they are. I don't really have too much to say on them. Bonnet, not much to say on her. Actually, I'll say that I dislike her. I don't care too much for her at all. And now finally, like, Ennard. I actually think Ennard is one of the coolest designs in the series. I love Ennard's design. I like the idea he has. He's kind of like, I like him for the same reasons as Springtrap, where it's like, there's so much, like, significance to him, where it's like, he's all of the Funtime animatronics, like, just mangled together into this like amalgamation of like what could be a humanoid with this like clown mask, which is like the closest they can get to a human face. It's so cool looking. I really like the design of it. I think Ennard is honestly one of the coolest looking animatronics in the series. Of course, since he's at S tier. Now we get the Fnaf 6 animatronics, which there's quite a bit of them, so I'm sure we can go through them kind of quickly. Excuse me. We got these guys, which I have no care about. They're kind of cute, but like, they're more of just decorations. Not that much to say on them. And as for like the mediocre melodies, Mr. Hippo, he's kind of funny with like the long stories in Ultimate Custom Night, but I don't know. He's kind of just fine. And like, I don't remember what her name is. I don't actually remember most of their names. I think her name's Lily or something. I don't remember. She's fine because of her voice lines in Ultimate Custom Night. This pig, I don't have much thoughts on. I think his name's Ned or something, or Ned the Bear or something like that. He's fine. I like his lines in Ultimate Custom Night. I think his name's Orville or Orful the Elephant or something like that. I don't really have much to say on him. And as for like the Rockstar animatronics, Rockstar Freddy, I don't have much to say on him. He's just kind of another Freddy. Same thing with Bonnie. I kind of like Rockstar Chica a bit because I like their like maracas and whatnot. I think that's kind of cool. Instead of like Nightmare Foxy, they have like more interesting designs, I feel, whereas like Freddy and Bonnie, their Rockstar versions just don't do too much for me. They kind of just look, they're just kind of there. Music Man, I don't really have much to say on him. Funtime Chica, I don't really have much to say on her. I kind of wish she was in such a location rather than just being absent. El Chip, I also have no care for. Helpy, I love Helpy. He gets the A rank, but I gotta pull him all the way up to A rank. I like Helpy. I kind of like his meme status. I like him as like kind of a more memeable character. I really like that. And now moving to like the actual scary animatronics. What is it? Is it like, I don't remember them. Like, I know Molten Freddie, Trap, Lefty. What is Skirkus Baby's name in? Is it like Molten Baby or something like that? I don't remember. Or Scrap Circus Baby? I don't know. But I actually quite like this version of Baby quite a bit. I actually like that she's kind of more like, I like that she, like in like Sister Location, Baby kind of keeps up this whole facade of being like an ally when she's really not. But then like in like Fnaf 6 Baby, it's like full on evil. I really like that. I like that idea, and I think her design's like just really out there with like the lobster claw and stuff like that. Lefty, I like Lefty. I put him at B tier. I like Lefty because of his significance. He's the thing, like, it's basically the puppet in there, and he's honestly like the most unstable thing ever out of like the 4 animatronics that attack you, even despite the fact that he's like the most he looks the most intact, which I always kind of liked. But yeah, I like Lefty. Then we got Molten Freddie. I like Molten Freddie quite a bit too. I put him at B tier as well. I like Molten Freddie. I don't like him as much as Ennard in design-wise, but I think Molten Freddie has a really, like, it's such a mess of, like, wires and cables. It's really creepy looking. I also like that Kellen Goff voices Molten Freddie as well, since it can be really creepy at times during, like, the night segments of Fnaf 6. I don't care for Scraptrap. A lot of people don't like him. I don't know. Scraptrap just doesn't look right. It's kind of weird that he can talk when, like, he could only literally, like, muffle a little bit in Fnaf 3. I don't know. The design is not the best. Everyone's memed on it before. And I don't really know. I don't like the idea of him kind of being, like, happy that he was put in, like, the Springtrap suit. Like, I always felt like he was in the Springtrap suit because of a fatal accident, and that it was, like, kind of like a consequence of what he did. And for him to, like, actually enjoy it is kind of, I don't know. I don't know. Dee Dee. Yeah, I don't like Dee Dee either. I'll even say I dislike her a lot because her no voice is annoying and she does annoying stuff to make Ultimate Custom Night more annoying than it is. Then we got Phone Guy, which I don't really care about because, well, I'll put Phone Guy at B tier. I mean, Phone Guy is at least somewhat interesting. At like the days when Phone Guy was Purple Guy. Yeah, it kind of sucks that like Phone Guy doesn't really have a lot of significance from what I know. Though then again, I'm not sure. Maybe like some of the newer games proved that wrong or something. I don't know. Now we got the extras. So I guess we got the Shadow Animatronics. I mean, I guess I like them more than the Phantom Animatronics, but I don't really have much to say on either of them. They're both just kind of there. And that's for like Fredbear and Spring Bonnie, I assume they are. I don't know. I don't really care too much for them, honestly. They're just kind of there. I like their like more destroyed versions in the form of Springtrap and Nightmare Fredbear. They look way more intimidating there. Then the last two that are kind of just like random characters. Mr. Chipper, I think his name, or Mr. Chip or whatever it is. He's not even in any of the games besides FNAF World. I mean, his game's fine. His game's not too bad. But I don't really have any thoughts on him at all. And I'm guessing it's Scott Cawthon and not Anim Dude. And he gets the S rank because he made these games. Or not. There we go. Because he made the series. And yeah, I'm pretty sure. So that's my FNAF like character tier list. Just gonna make sure and then just kind of go through the whole tier list. I'd say I'm pretty happy with it. Of course, it doesn't include like the help wanted or security breach character, so yeah, I do apologize about that, but I also am not sorry. That's what this tier list is, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't really have enough experience with help wanted or security breach to really talk about those animatronics in too much extent. Other than, I guess Glitch Trap design is alright, and Glamrock Freddy's cool, I guess, as being kind of an ally. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. So, with that being said, this has been the FNAF characters tier list, so thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you want to see more FNAF content, which I'm honestly not really sure, because I'm going to be honest, I'm probably not going to be playing much of the series anymore, honestly. I made like a security breach review, which I'm going to be honest, that game kind of made me wonder if, like I don't know, I'm kind of tired of FNAF, honestly, at this point. Like, security breach was kind of just whatever, but that's a can of worms for another time. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. Let me know whether you agree with this list or not, or what characters you would put at certain tiers. And yeah, and if you're new here, subscribe to the channel for more tier lists like this every now and then. But with that being said, this is NCSO7 signing out. Peace out and have a good day.